Some of you may of course be shocked that I would pick this one over Gladiator as Ridley Scott's best movie, but I really feel Ridley Scott has created a masterpiece here that should be cherished and treasured as one of the best movies this year, right alongside Oppenheimer, because it really is that great. In making this movie, Ridley has made a well-polished movie that is perfect for a transition to the big screen. You really see a violent, brutal movie that so accurately describes what kind of world Napoleon lived in, a state of lawlessness and nationalism, where his only true wish was to defend the interests of his so beloved nation France, although history may judge that he didn't achieve that much, although he at the same time is hailed as a great general. Nevertheless, that's a story for another time, but what really is so great with this movie is how Ridley Scott has choreographed these battle scenes to make them look as epic as possible. Cannons in the snow, these explosions, and the continuation of the man-to-man combat on a battlefield. Those scenes are what this movie is really all about, to show how brutal the battles Napoleon involved in really was. And of course the different strategical and political factors that played a role in the decisions. That is the clear, deepest strength of this movie, and one of the reasons why it is so entertaining, although you might lose the broader perspective sometimes in all the battle chaos. In addition, you see the two really great acting performances in this movie from Joachim Phoenix and Vanessa Kirby as the Emperor of France and all the other different roles Napoleon has said. Joachim Phoenix really brings his full strength to the role, and I think it is even better than the role he did in the Joker movie, because here he really goes fully into the role and manages to be both crazy, arrogant, and have this kind of swagger about him that Napoleon was all about. A man that really knew when he was beaten and was maybe a little bit too ambitious for his own good. And those traits are really something Joachim Phoenix manages to channel in his performance in this movie. Vanessa Kirby also manages to bring everything into the role as this Empress Josephine. That is a quite complex character with a lot of layers that she really manages to bring to life. Does she really truthfully love Napoleon? Does she regret her actions when she is cheating? Anyways, it is hard to really know the answer to that, but Vanessa is really great with her acts of emotion in this movie, and it is maybe one of the best female acting performances this year has had to offer. What also entertains you in this movie is the spellbinding chemistry between Vanessa Kirby and Joachim Phoenix in this movie. It does not matter whether they have sex or just a simple plain dialogue about something, but the movie, especially the scenes between the pair, are made with a humoristic undertone that really works wholeheartedly in this movie. It does not really seem forced like in many other movies these days, but it seems natural on so many levels, and Ridley Scott may have to take a lot of credit for the real formation of that. The movie does not neither feel dragged in any way compared to some other movies I've seen lately, like The Killer or the extremely dragged Killers of the Flower Moon. During this movie, I didn't even look at the clock during my time in the cinema, and it is a movie where it is easy to just lose yourself into the stunning battle scenes the director has managed to create. Of course, you may have seen good battle scenes in other movies, but the way Ridley has made them, I think it may be one of the better battle scenes I've seen in my life. But I guess it is also a factor when we are in 2023. It does look better, and so they should. But anyways, this movie also tells the historical tale of Napoleon, although some may wish to have it go deeper into things. But that's something you may see in the director's cut, set to be released in 2024. Nonetheless, for me, this one is an 8 out of 10, and some of you may hold Gladiator over this, but for me, this is really Ridley Scott's best movie, and I'm not kidding.